So a homeless guy broke onto our property yesterday. I'm so done with LA, dude. I am so done with LA. It's bullshit. They don't do anything about these people. It's some transient, drugged up loser who climbed over the fence at some point and was just sitting there, scares the living daylights out of my wife and my daughter who's out there, just chilling, having a great time, drugged up out of his mind, begs me to get out of the house. He's like, I can't get out of here. My friend Eddie threw me in here. No idea what that means. I don't know who Eddie is, and I don't know how he threw you over the fence that's about 5.5 feet tall. So I let him out. I chased him away. I'm monitoring this guy from the street. He's wandering around like an idiot. So naturally, I call the cops, and I'm trying to keep eyes on him so we can have them question him when the cops get to the door. And it takes the cops, great response time, by the way. It only took them an hour and 15 minutes to get over, which is great. So cops finally get here. Guy had walked off at that point. I'm frazzled. I was trying to review security footage, keep an eye on him, charge my battery because my Ring camera also happened to run out of battery the night before, which is very convenient. So I didn't get to see which way he was able to break into the fenced-in area. So I file a report with the police. The guy's gone at this point, and I go inside. But as I'm going inside, my wife goes, hey, I think there's someone behind that side of the fence on the back part of the property. So I go look. I bring a chair. I go peek my little head over the fence. And what do my little eyes see but the same homeless guy who had made his way back around somehow, snuck back onto the property, and is just chilling there. And he's just staring at me like this. So I sprint away because the cops had just driven off. So I'm trying to find the cops. They said they're going to go look for him. I gave him the description. I gave him pictures of him that I had from other security footage. Can't find him. I'm sprinting around like an idiot. So I have to call 911 again and have them redispatch the police to my house, which took them this time only 5 minutes, which is acceptable. They come over. We finally go over there and they find this guy. So they go, bring him over to the car, put him in handcuffs, run his record. And about 15, 20 minutes later, they come back to me and say, hey, we're taking this guy to jail. But not for this. We're not taking him for trespassing. Because he has multiple priors and he's breaking his probation. He has a laundry list of crimes that he's committed, including assault. So that's good. How long is he going to be in jail for? I asked the cops. They said, we don't know. Depends on the judge. So this guy's in jail. He has these prior convictions, which is exciting and fun. He's gone, and then I go, they gave me his information. They go, here's the guy's name, here's his information. If you see him again, we'll come back and arrest him if he makes his way back over here. I go, okay, great. So I decide to look this fella up. Some 27, 28-year-old fella. I look up his name, and I find on New York Times a story from last year about how he broke into a woman's crawl space and was living there for 6 months. This guy broke into a 93-year-old woman's house and lived there for 6 months, and they had to use gas to get him to come out of the crawl space because he wouldn't voluntarily do it. So that's the state of how things are in California, LA specifically. So forgive me if I'm saying I'm tired of it. I don't want to live here anymore because it sucks. A police response time of an hour and 15 minutes sucks. A violent criminal who's been arrested for assault and trespassed multiple times and lived in a 93-year-old woman's house for 6 months not being in jail for a longer period of time sucks. So I'm out of here. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I've lived in LA 10 years. Actually, 11 years now. Maybe 10. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm done. I'm sick of it. LA is done. LA's toast. It's not the same city it used to be. And California sucks. And I like it here from the weather perspective, and it's a beautiful state to live in, but I can't be here when there's homeless men encroaching on my property, scaring the shit out of my wife and daughter. It sucks. Bye.